Hi, it's Lynn from LynnieCDesigns. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in West Sussex in the UK, and I'm going to recreate this card. I'm going to keep it, this is gold and pool party, and I have used the Rays of Light stamp set and Sending Smiles. I just think that's lovely, but I'm going to try it with white cardstock and gold. Keep it with gold, but let me show you what I'm going to use. So I've got a thick basic white base, half a sheet of A4 scored at 10.5. I've got some gold foil, and I will be trimming this down. I've got the layer which I'm going to do the heat embossing on. That's again it's going to need to be trimmed down, but I'm going to stamp and heat emboss it first. And then I've got a scrap of paper to do my die cutting and my stamping, and I've got some of the adhesive sheets that I'm going to put on the back of part of this so that I can die cut this word sending, and it's going to make it into a sticker, so it's going to be easier rather than getting glue everywhere. But I think that's lovely, and I've already ahead of time die cut a heart. This is 6x6 glimmer paper, real red and white, and it's really pretty. It's actually very thin, whereas previously our glimmer paper was a little bit thicker. So this is really pretty. Now I've used for this one of the dies out of Give It a Whirl. I just noticed a typo there. Give It a Whirl die set, but actually you could use whatever heart you've got. I would have used my heart punches, but I've realised actually after searching for them for about 10 minutes that I'd loaned them to one of my goddaughters. Brain, it's quite dangerous. I seem to have lost my marbles. Anyway, so I'm using that and the die set that coordinates with the Sending stamp set. So let's pop that heart there so that we don't lose it. I'm gonna do the stamping first, and it's going to be gold heat embossing. So let's bring out a spare bit of grid sheet. And I've already mounted. I always think that when it's a large background stamp like that, you either ink it up and put this over the top, or using your Stamparatus, as long as you've got it laid down. This is rather difficult to put a magnet on because it's all going to be stamped, but I've kind of lined it up so that I know where I'm going to be stamping. And let me just get this. Now I'm going to try and put my embossing buddy over this paper to get rid of any smudges. But yes, I need to cut down this paper a little bit because it's not, the stamp is a funny size. These stamps, obviously Stampin' Up is an American company, and their cardstock is a slightly different size than ours. So my panels are going to be slightly different, slightly smaller, but we can cope with that. So I think I've put enough ink on there, and now I've got my little tool to apply pressure. And the beauty actually about this stamp is it doesn't give a complete coverage. There are actually, if if you look at it, there's sort of dots around, so nobody's going to know if you haven't got it absolutely perfect. I suspect that, oh no, it didn't move. We're going to give that one more go. No, we're not. Let's give that a try. So didn't get much ink on that bit. I may have to try that again. Let's just see how much we've got. Do it down that way. Bet that's still going to be pretty, even though I haven't got as much coverage as I would have liked. So let's keep that up and let's see what it's going to look like. Now that's very pretty, but it's not covered enough for my liking. And I'm still going to be able to use that on something else, but just not today. So I'm going to cut another bit of card. So here's another bit of card, and maybe my need to add some ink to my pad. Okay. Actually, I should have filmed that. I've just re-inked my pads. So let's see if that's helped. And I guess I should have filmed it, but you can buy the refill. Now, use my dust buddy, get rid of any finger marks, pop that there, let's see if that's any better. So very exciting. I'm off to Vienna this week to attend the annual Stampin' Up live event. I've never been to a live event before, so that's very exciting. And going with my friend Emma, my upline, and there's five of us in all from her team. So it's very exciting, and we'll be meeting up with lots of friends now. So that has stuck on there, so that's a good sign. I'm just going to rub that again directly on there, and I reckon that's got better coverage now. Now there must be ink from somewhere else. Must have done it in Daffodil Delight or something. Let's pop that back under there and cover this with gold. It's still not perfect, but I think we'll give this, I think there'll be enough on here. And let's just give plenty of gold on that, and then we can It's a little bit dodgy on that bit, but that's fine. Maybe it's my stamp. And see, there's still loads of that gold, but I must actually, I think it's time to replenish. Now the other thing I was going to do was the sentiment on a strip, wasn't I? So where did I put the stamp set? So while we've got the heat gun out, we may as well. So what did I do with my bit of, there we go, well, let's use, oh no, there it is. There it is. Because this is photopolymer, I'm going to use my Stampin' Pierce mat as well. So let's do, oh, I've got the wrong sentiment out, but we'll do that one anyway. We can do that while we've got that out. And then I wanted Sunshine to Brighten Your Day, because I think that goes very well with that. Rays of Light stamp set. Let's do that. May as well, we've got the heat tool out, do it all. Didn't use the dust buddy, did I? Had a day, oh, yeah, didn't do that very well at all, did we? Had a day of crafting yesterday. We had a team meeting. It's been a crafty weekend, which is all lovely. So let's get that heat tool out. Any fabulous. I just love heat embossing, don't you? I just think it is absolutely magical. So let's get our trimmer and let's work out, well, let's trim, let's try and trim that bit off. And then we have a straight line. So that is 13.8. So that needs to be 13.8 is 10, 13.8 is 10 centimeters. Yes, 10 centimeters, 10 millimeters, so 9.5. So actually we can cut that strip off, and then that is perfect. So we want to trim that gold section down so that there's a thin border around it. So 13.8, I'm going to make that 14.2. And that is 9.1. Is that right? No. So that's what, 9.5. Oh yeah, 9.9. Let's have a look. And then you can see a nice little border around it, so that's nice. I like that. We're going to actually, rather than waste all that centre bit, we're going to use our sending dies, and we're going to cut that out of the centre. That makes sense to me. And then we're going to use these two dies. We can use that on something else, and that one to cut that. So I will be back. So there's a lesson there. That is perfect. I sort of stuck that down in towards the center. This one I stuck down there and it moved, so it's wonky, and actually it's a little bit big for that die cut, so unfortunately we can't use that. So I would recommend using the larger one and trimming it down. Hopefully you know what I mean there. And I can now stick this. This is the adhesive sheets, and that can go on the back of the card. And we are die cutting that out, so that is perfect. I'm going to die cut that word out from there. So we are back. This has got my plates. I need to replace my plates. So you just have to be careful when your plates are a little bit worn. I'm very worn, and maybe now is the time to think about doing something. I actually put a sheet of plain paper over the top to try and protect it from some of the scratches, and I have to a certain degree. Anyway, so let's pop those out of the way. We can now start assembling. So heat embossing can warp your card somewhat, so what I'm going to do, put lots of glue around the, I'm just going to do it around the edge though, because I don't want it seeping through. Not too close to the edge because I don't want it catching the gold. So let's pop that on there. So that's an even border. And we'll store it like that until it's dry. There we go. So peel out the sentiment. Now I've got the the O. It comes out as a sticker, so I'm just going to peel off the back, and it should, the backing should take out the extra little bits, and if it doesn't, it's fine. We can just ease them out ourselves. So let's get come on. There we go. Stick that out. You just have to be a little bit gentle because obviously it moves the cardstock about. Let's place that on there. The great thing with this is that you've got a little, you know, there's no drying time with wet glue, there's no rush, you can just take your time, place it where you want it, tease it back into shape if it's gone a bit wonk. That's why it wasn't sticking, it was still there we go, in place. And then you can give it a little bit of a rub to stick it down. Perfect. So this will now have dried. Sending sunshine to brighten your day. And I'm going to pop that, I'm going to glue that over the sun. And it fits just perfectly over that space, that void in the embossing. And then I'm going to trim up. Let's have a look. Using the last bit of this grid, this sheet of dimensionals. Some so we don't have any saggy bits. We want a little bit on there as well. There as well. And I'm just going to have that angled a little there. And then we can pop that on dimensionals as well. And hopefully when this is received, it will brighten someone's day. I did make this card for a challenge, but I was late posting it, so because I was away. So there we go, sending sunshine. Let's just make sure that goes right across. Hopefully that's straight like that. Perfect. And then we can add this to our base. And actually I think I prefer it with the white rather than the blue. We can pop a little bit of glue down there. Make sure, remembering that there's a little bit of a bigger border all the way around there. Ooh, I've got glue on my finger and I've got that there. So my lovely friend Hazel, hello Hazel if you're watching, gave me, we did team swaps yesterday, and she gave everybody a little bit of rubber, it's glue eraser. So that's amazing. Thank you, Hazel. That was a great swap. Okay, so there we go. So do you have a favourite? I'm not sure. I think I prefer this one. It's getting a bit dark, so the lighting in here isn't great. But anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button and the little notification bell so that you find out when I post a video, which is most weeks. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.